welcome to our first episode of our podcast, What's Dirtier?
What's Dirtier?
And we are very excited because we have been working on an incredible product. And really, I guess Nicole should start by why she joined the Nano Hope team.
Yes.
And yes, what got you excited about Nano Hope?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so I'm actually the head of operations and marketing at Nano Hope North America. And my role has really been to come on board and help tell the story of this amazing product and the impact that it can have in households, in the commercial industry, in agriculture, and how it's just really much different and much more long-lasting than all the other competitors on the market. So I know we're gonna get into that more, but that's just kind of a little glimpse into my role at Nano Hope.
Two things Nano Hope does is obviously it's a disinfectant.
Yes.
That's for all the markets except the US for now.
For now.
And in
We're
the US,
working
working on that. And for now in the US, we're really the surface cleaner is
Exactly. So the product placement. It's right here.
It's here.
We're super excited about it, but right now it's something we're really excited to get into households throughout North America. And what is particularly impactful about this product is that it creates this microscopic, invisible barrier that actually protects your surfaces from being contaminated for up to 5 full days. It is incredible, and I think when I joined the team, and I don't come from like a cleaning background, I come from a marketing background, and so when I started to learn about this product, I was really amazed by the way that we think about cleaning now is, you spray a surface with Clorox or your household cleaner, and you think it's clean, but then you don't really realize the minute like someone touches it again, you sneeze, whatever is happening, it's recontaminated. And Nano Hope is something you spray once and it literally protects that surface from being recontaminated for 5 days. Imagine that, so incredible, especially in light of COVID and what that can mean for us.
And also even avian flu now in the US, we've all seen the prices of eggs go up. That scrambled eggs is not
I haven't bought eggs in 2 months. They're always gone.
I should have bought you some from Europe. I just flew in.
I'm sure that customs would have had a field
day.
They would send you right back.
2 chickens, I buy you your own chickens. Very healthy ones. And definitely, that's a big topic. Of course, when we say there's a barrier, obviously if you spill orange juice on your table, please wash that. Don't leave it to stick.
Exactly. But even with that, there is kind of a beading effect. What's interesting is, if you ever get your car washed and you do the wax, you don't cheap out and you go through and you get all the bells and whistles. It's the same way as if it started to rain and normally that soil would accumulate on your car, but when you have that barrier, you can think of it the same way as the dirt, the rain, that grime actually kind of beads off, and it's a similar technology that is being used in this product. And so it's just that much more it's really innovative for a surface cleaner.
And we'll definitely be showing how it works. And that will be definitely part of some of the episodes. But most importantly, we wanted to find out what around us, because by the way, we got a bit obsessed. Since we started working with Nano Hope, getting to know the product, getting to know the team, and the professor that actually created it, it was 14 years of development on his end. We kind of started asking, okay, how dirty are surfaces around us? And then that really leads to questions like, what does dirty mean?
Yes, Victoria, I'm so glad that you asked.
Because we're not thinking just muddy, right?
Right. Yes. And I think this actually did take me a moment too when joining the team to even understand the concept of what is clean and what is dirty and what does it mean for something to be food grade safe versus clean. And so there's actually a scientific way to go about testing that. So this right here, this is a ATP monitor. ATP meter, and the ATP meter, this one's by Hygiene, and basically it's a really fancy cool device that will allow us to actually test using
we got these
Miss
swabs.
Vanna White.
Yeah.
Will be
There you
like,
go.
so you basically swab any surface and you put it inside of this device, and this device will test how, like, the level of contamination.
Yeah.
So there's kind of, there's a bit of a range here. So I'll go over,
Yeah.
I'll go
Tell
over
us
it
the
right
range
now.
for sure.
Okay. So we'll show this, of course, but when we do the testing, there'll be a number that pops up on the screen. And any number between 0 and 60, that's what's considered food grade safe. Numbers from 60 to 100 is considered clean. And any number above 100, 100 to 200 or 200 and above is dirty.
Okay, but what does that really mean?
Okay, glad you
I
asked.
feel like it's like, okay, what's food safe?
Yeah.
What's clean? Like,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
like, can you like operate someone on your
Yeah.
kitchen table? You know, let's not do that at home.
Can you
but
perform open heart surgery?
surgery.
Yes, that's a great
Yeah.
question. Well, we like to on the Nano Hope team think of what we call the donut test. So we think about it colloquially. Obviously, there's more scientific ways of going about this, but essentially, it's 0 to 60 food grade safe. Like, would you eat off of that surface? Would you basically put your food straight on that surface?
so put the donut on that surface.
Put the donut on the surface
and eat right off of it.
And with no concern, just
Okay.
complete peace of
Yeah.
mind that that donut is edible off that surface, no issues.
Okay, 0 to 60.
0 to 60. And then there's 60 to 100, and that's considered clean. So that is a little bit like, hey, you drop your donut on the ground.
And 30 seconds later, you can eat it?
I don't know what household you grew up in, but I lived by the 5-second rule, not the 30-second
Oh, God.
rule.
Okay.
30 seconds is a long time to leave a donut on the ground and eat it. But
Okay, so maybe my mom was a bit too lenient with that
exactly,
one.
but that's probably have a very good immune system.
Yes,
because
yes,
you were eating
yes.
things off the
We don't
floor.
get ill easily.
Right.
Also, there's 3 of us in the house. Now there's 4, and so obviously, those donuts on
Yeah.
the floor. Apparently, a
Yeah.
lot of donuts. I don't know what that has to do. You just have to eat what you get.
Exactly,
You know?
yeah,
Like, don't
you
be
can't
picky
be
in our
picky.
household. Yeah.
But basically, the idea there is that, if you drop something, if it's clean, like, you could pick it up and eat it. That's
Okay.
a personal choice,
Okay,
but
got
consider clean, don't perform open heart surgery. I would say that's the range there. And then dirty, anything from 100 and above, that is something where it's like, do not eat the donut, okay? This is an environment where there is a lot of soil load, there's buildup, there is grime, and that's creating the perfect environment and breeding ground for pathogens and bacteria.
A New York subway seat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although we'll be finding that out for sure.
Yes.
Because as we go through, we will be visiting different places to
Mhm.
see what really is dirtier.
And I'm curious.
Will it be the handle in the subway or will it be the seat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
Literally,
what is worse?
this thing, this is both a blessing and a curse because now I go around and I think about it. Like, for example, if you go to the gym and you're using communal equipment.
Oh my god, like at Barry's? Like,
Yes.
do they wipe in between?
And even though they give you the spray and they're like, yeah, you spray it down, like, really, I am
Are
not
people doing
confident.
it?
No. And
No.
I even feel like I'm cutting corners.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do it, but, like, am I doing it enough?
Well, I wipe in between, like, you know,
Right.
at Barry's when you switch from like running to mat, I
Mhm.
wipe it down.
Yeah.
Um,
But what if there was one product that, like, for 5 days.
Yeah, and then you don't have to stress about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, and not only 5 days, but also 100% effective and non-toxic. And that's the other thing that's just, like, amazing, is because I think right now consumers are forced to choose between something that is very intense, a Clorox, you walk in the room, you smell Imodium, and you're about to pass out.
Yes.
But you are also worried about getting cancer,
Of course.
right?
And also, if you think about it, like, at now we're finding all of this out as we're working with Nano Hope, but you go to poultry farms and suddenly we find out that they're using formaldehyde to clean the chickens or bleach.
Yeah.
And not to mention that obviously gets passed on into like the food we eat.
Yeah.
Is that your phone? Are you texting while I'm
No,
talking
I
to
just
you?
didn't turn it on silent.
So as you see, we're learning. there should be a package delivered also.
Yes, I'm sure there will be.
But at least this is live. Like, we're not going to be editing this. But getting all that beeping out. Yeah. But yeah, as I mentioned, like, okay, so poultry farms, like they're washing bleach, formaldehyde. Not only obviously that's bad for the eggs, the chickens, and all the issues we're seeing. And it's not preventing avian flu. Yeah. But apart from that, the workers there are breathing that in all the time, that toxicity. And that's what has been really important about, obviously, Nano Hope that we have here, is that we wanted to make sure that it's something that's safe also for employees. Yeah. Obviously for the animals, and also doesn't like degrade any of the surfaces, right? Because there's expensive equipment in all these places.
Exactly. And what is really exciting about what we've heard back, as we mentioned before, this product has been launched in Poland since 2020. So it's out there, it's in farms, it's in commercial environments. And the way that we've reported, our customers have come back and reported that disinfectant time is 50% less, that costs are 30% less, that also the use of antibiotics. This is a huge topic and something that is actually a very present threat to our future, is like when we continue to overuse antibiotics in a prophylactic way, meaning in a way that's preventative. That especially in agriculture, you're pumping animals full of these antibiotics. They are not even sick. They're they are trying to prevent illness. And so when you introduce a cleaner that's so effective against these really devastating viruses and bacteria that take out tons and tons of livestock, you also are reducing antibiotic use. And that is really a very powerful thing. And that's why we're really excited about what Nano Hope can do, just not only like in households, in hospitals, in agriculture. Like there's an incredible opportunity, and like we're so excited to get this thing launched into North America.
And when you think about that, we've seen results like from poultry farms to dairy farms to pigletries, where we've seen like the decrease of use in our clientele of antibiotics by 30 to 50%, which is incredible. That's of course money saving too. Yes. But I think you also raised the topic that, if we continue with using as much antibiotics as we're using today, and by the way, the last antibiotic was created in the 80s. Pharmaceuticals have not been creating new ones. Antibiotic resistance is going up, and we're looking at 10 million deaths per year of people by 2050. Like we've got a problem coming our way, and we can't continue to disinfect the way we have.
We are seeing in all the studies and the science that are coming out that historically alcohol-based disinfectants has been the gold standard in hospitals and so on and so forth. But there's been a rise in these super bugs, or bugs that have developed these resistance to alcohol-based cleaners, that's just on the rise. So as we continue to use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, alcohol-based surface cleaner, these bugs are evolving, and we're not able to actually get ahead of that. Like when you say that there hasn't been new antibiotics, that means that we're not able to really defend against those highly mutative bugs out there. So with hydrogen peroxide in water, and how we're utilizing like very innovative nanotechnology, which really is the technology of the future. And it's not, I just feel like with Nano Hope, we're providing a solution, an amazing thing that's going to take us into 2050, 2100, and like all of that. So
we'll see how the rest of the world evolves, and if we're going to be there to look to see it. But like,
listen, I'm trying to live to 100, so that's my goal.
Wow, there's a lot of episodes coming your way apparently. But on that note, I think. And so what we really, obviously we'll tell you more about Nano Hope as we do more episodes. But for us, what we're really excited about is to answer our own question of how dirty is the world around us? And we will be comparing different things to each other. So more information, and also obviously episodes showing our little tests coming your way. But of course, you as viewers can tell us what you think we should test and compare to each other. Some of the things coming up soon will be what's dirtier, your laptop or your phone?
That's a good question.
Yes. We are also, Nicole, in your apartment.
Yes. So welcome to my apartment. This is kind of exciting and vulnerable. There are some things that so Victoria, I will say, I moved into this apartment about 6 months ago. Love it. I have not yet, I mean, don't judge me, but I have not yet mopped the floors. And I know that's disgusting.
Yeah,
but
not even from my arrival. You flew all the way from Europe for this.
I never got a Swiffer. The linoleum's like a dark gray, so it's fine.
I got you the wrong birthday gift.
But seriously, yeah. I know. So anyway, we're gonna test the floors. We want to know what's dirtier. You know, the bathroom floor, the hardwood when you walk in. You know what? Yeah. Okay, this other thing that I actually think is amazing about Nano Hope, and as I've started using it for my own household uses, is you can use it on hardwood. You can use it on electronics. You can use it in bathrooms. It's literally cleaning your bathroom. Windows. Like I cleaned the windows. I cleaned the windows for you, right?
Yeah. I know they're looking great.
And just to like go through your cleaning that you need to do, like, and just have one product, you know, and have the peace of mind that it is non-toxic, that it's effective, that it's actually doing what it needs to do, and it's not destroying. It's not corrosive. It's not. I mean, I think it's really the power of this technology, as well as like the non-toxic, create a peace of mind that I've really truly never had like while I'm using a product in my household. So we're excited. We're
very excited. So we hope you tune in for the first test that we shall be doing around Nicole's apartment.
Yeah.
I think she's really nervous.
I am a little nervous.
And by the way, she hasn't yet used Nano Hope on all surfaces because I specifically asked her to not do it.
Yeah.
I did not think she didn't wash her floors. But this will be a great test.
Yeah.
For all those coming over, wear socks.
Literally. Yeah. Well, no shoes are allowed inside anyways, because that's disgusting.
Yes, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope you tune in and also message us like on our website, on our LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Ask us questions. We also have Lee who loves answering all the questions. He's out there meeting with our clients here in North America.
Yeah, he's amazing.
A big shout out to him. I'm sure he'll be showing up in some of the episodes too.
In the future, yes. We'll bring Lee on board. But Victoria, we're so excited. Thanks for coming by.
Yes.
Across the country to make this happen. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, it's so close from Zurich to Seattle.
Right? But anyway, so we're gonna get started. So thanks for listening to us gab, and
obviously check out Nano.
Check out Nano Hope.